Thank you, Bill. I mean, of all of our committee members, you are kind of one of the most reliable. I mean, coming and serving for years and years and years. Thank you, Bill. And sometimes when people help, sometimes we don't give them as much recognition as they need. Usually in the big ceremonies, Bill is in charge of the car parking. But nevertheless, he does that so wonderful. I've never seen people shouting or getting angry at Bill when he's the car park attendant. And this wonderful service he's done for years and years and years and years. Thank you. That's my personal thank you. And now we're going to do the meditation session. Half an hour of guided meditation where I lead people into calming their minds down, getting really, really peaceful. And as the mind becomes peaceful, please don't be afraid of the joy and the happiness which comes up. That's a sign that your mind is getting energized. And it has the power to either see the Dhamma very clearly, to spread loving kindness and do so many wonderful things for yourself and in your life. So let's get started by sitting quietly, closing your eyes. And with your eyes closed, becoming aware of your own body. The body is like a vehicle which you're going to go into, hopefully, deep states of peace. To be able to prepare that vehicle, we want to make sure that there's no unwanted, disturbing aches or pains. And this is something which we can do. Even if you are sickly, nevertheless, you can still focus your mind on relaxation. That's why we call it relaxation, a word which I learned such a long time ago, but never knew how to do it until I learned meditation. Part of the meditation of mindfulness, so I can feel my body. And one of the useful additions is the kindness. That's why for many years now I've called it kindfulness, bringing those two words together. And I just look at my body with kindfulness to begin with. My body relaxes a little bit, but not enough. So then I do a sweeping of my body, starting with the lowest, furthest part of my body away from my head. And I start to experience any sensations in my feet. It's where I start building up the power of kindfulness. The mindfulness means I become aware of my feet, actually just my toes right now. And the kindness relaxes them. It relaxes them so much that I can feel my toes get so at ease. It is a pleasant experience. See the pleasure of relaxation. That makes it easier to watch. My mind is enjoying it. And once my toes are relaxed, then I start to relax the rest of my feet. My kindfulness knows how my feet feels. And you learn, mostly through kindfulness, how to let everything ease off. The muscles become loose. The position of the feet become as comfortable as I can make them. I'm letting go. That's what eases any tightness or tension in my feet. In the beginning parts of meditation, if I feel I need to move slightly, I will always give my body that freedom to move, especially to relax it even more. And I go up from my feet to my ankles. I can feel those ankles. And just I imagine them relaxing. And that to me helps relaxation. The imagination and reality are sometimes only a short distance aside. Very easy to breach from imagination to reality with the relaxation of your body. And then from my ankles I go to my lower legs. And it's like I'm checking, the space between my ankles and my knees. How are those muscles, those bones, the skin? And if I find any place which needs a little attention, I will give that attention. I notice that even the lower legs feel much more at ease than when I started. I go up to my knees. I often tell people, in the truth, that I had a motorbike when I was young, fell off many times. I fell off a cliff when I used to like trekking in the wilderness. But my knees right now, playing sport, my knees feel so at ease. I know how to relax them. I observe them. As I'm observing them, I've learnt over so many years how to see them getting more comfortable by the second when I relax with them. I never force them. I never tell them what to do. It's with kindness and working together. Sometimes I look at my knees, I imagine them, and feel that they are sinking into warm water. They don't need to be supported. They just sink into the warm bath of water, and they become so loose, so free of any coercion. That's when they relax so deeply. And that feels even better. And I go up my thigh, muscles and bones. There's hardly ever a problem there, but I just check nevertheless. I even relax my thighs till I get to my butt, my buttocks. And there, as soon as I get to those buttocks, I always feel that pressure of the body being transferred through the buttocks onto the cushion. As I experience that, I find that the only thing I can do, and it works, is actually to balance that feeling. Be aware of it, make sure it's not too far on one side of the buttocks, not too far forward, not too far back. When it's balanced, I know it's an easy experience. And it soon disappears. The brain has got used to that feeling and doesn't need to do any work with it. And then I realize I've relaxed my legs from the buttocks down. And my legs do feel good. Then I look at my waist. Sometimes I move my back forward, kind of like stretching my waist. It always feels a bit more comfortable. But that's force. So then I let go. And allow my upper body to relax but still keeping that comfort on the waist. And with that also my back. I can check the sensations in my back, making sure that the back is well positioned, and just need to stretch it a bit more. This is what I learned over many years of meditation, how to check my body parts, in this case my back, till everything relaxes more deeply than when I started. And I go back down to the bottom of my torso. And because I'm a monk, because we're not quite sure what we eat every day, and many monks suffer from stomach problems. Not so many in Bodhinyana monastery. But then I scan my body up the inside of my torso, moving it upwards inch by inch. If I feel any sort of tightness, tension, ache or pain, I would always pause there. Stay with it. A lot of times that's all I need to do. Acknowledge a feeling, not be afraid, and expand with it, which means that I'm not trying to run away from anything or force anything. You relax with it. And any sensations anywhere in my torso get less intense, until I can relax my torso right the way up to the stomach and the lungs. They all feel at ease. They're not being stretched, squashed, pushed. They're allowed to go to a natural state of relaxation. And up from my lungs I go to my heart region. Just to feel any sensations there. And keep them all at ease. No tightness, no tension, no force. Trying to find a beautiful, easy feeling in the whole body. And then from the heart region I go to my shoulders. I often mention this, before I go to the shoulders I'm unaware of them. Now I am aware of them. I usually find that they're tense. So now I need to relax my own shoulders. And one of the ways, only one of the ways, there's many ways to relax your shoulders, is to tense them up first. Scrunch them. And once they're scrunchy, you know what I mean, as I can make them, then I let go. Take off the force, take off the pulling. And they're much more relaxed than when I started. One of the reasons I relate this story is because it shows you what letting go means as an experience. Something is tight because you're holding it tight, you're pulling it, you're squashing it, and then you let everything go. And it becomes easy. And then I go down my arms, just slowly, past my elbows, down the forearms, the wrists, the hands, and then the fingers. Sometimes I don't need to do anything, but today my palms of my hand are not really adjusted properly. I don't mean because it's not fitting some instruction. It didn't feel comfortable. I always trust feelings, my own experience, than any books, because sometimes the comfortable spot for my hands changes. It's almost like I ask my fingers, are you happy? Are you comfortable? And I'd follow the advice that my own fingers give me. than any book. Now my fingers are comfortable. I still need to stretch my back slightly. I'm getting in a comfortable position through kindfulness. And then I relax my neck by balancing the head on top of it, not too far forward, not too far back, not too far to either side. You find the optimum position. And lastly, I go to the muscles on the front of my face, around my eyes, nose and mouth. Making sure, I did that straight away. Making sure there's no tightness anywhere on my face. And lastly, I try to put all those pieces of my body together and just look how my whole body is right now. It's pretty relaxed. And it feels at ease. When I can see the whole of my body, everything is just being relaxed part by part. I usually stay with the awareness of a relaxed body. Here it comes. Until I can feel the delight in a relaxed body. It feels good. It's a joy, a real joy. I think that happiness takes my relaxation even deeper. It's one of the reasons why I don't seem to have many health problems. I enjoy that. It took me a long time to have that courage to not do what my friends said, but what the Buddha said, to enjoy the peace and simplicity of relaxation. And that was a wonderful basis to go to the next stage of relaxation, relaxing your mind. I started off with noticing peace, being aware of peace. What does peace feel like? Peace means a kind of happiness with how things are right now. You're at peace with it. You've got no business with it. You don't need to think about it or find solutions. You open the door of your heart to this moment, no matter what it is. You're making peace with it, not fighting it. Being with it. Once the peace starts to develop, that happiness is even more gorgeous. This is legitimate, real peace. Don't try and describe it with words. Words are never enough. Experience it more deeply in silence. You enjoy its timbre, its tone, its feeling. You find that how less you need words. Because one word often leads to another, which leads to another, and you destroy the peace and silence. You can feel stillness start to grow. Stillness of the mind is a translation of the word samadhi. Real stillness. At this point, I usually stop speaking for a few minutes. is getting close to the end of the meditation. Don't come out quickly. It's beautiful to allow the mind to emerge from the meditation. So you know how you feel. The peace, the beauty, the stillness. Once you learn how to value the meditation, it becomes easier to get into these deep meditations again. You notice it, you value it, and the mind automatically leans, inclines, gets pulled towards the joy of meditation. I'm now going to ring the gong. When the gong finishes sounding for the third time, actually not the third time, when it finishes sounding, then you may come out of the meditation. Thank you. So for those who wish to just wiggle about a little bit, just to stretch the muscle here, muscle there, or you wish to go to the toilet. Those who are on the outside who wish to come in, please come in.